Здравствуйте, меня зовут Люкас Окелахон. Я русскоговорящий, я сам из Ирландии. И хотел немножко рассказывать о русский язык и зачем изучать русский язык. Yeah, it's been a long journey, I suppose. My relationship with Russian and sport, they kind of fed into each other. So I studied Russian in Trinity College originally back in I think 1998, and on the back of a rugby connection, I actually ended up in Kazakhstan for a summer. I was still playing a decent level of rugby at the time and decided I wanted to keep my interest in rugby. So I got involved in the local rugby union, coaching, playing and helping out, and that kind of led me then into a career in rugby, which I hadn't really planned for at all. So my study of Russian was probably for about a year, and then I went into sport and kind of my studies suffered a bit. So but eventually I started playing rugby on a regular basis out there, and qualified for the national team, played for the national team, met my wife there as well. So everything was happening in that part of the world. Well, obviously on the field, being able to speak Russian with the players was a massive thing. Understanding the game, the culture, the mentality, how they train is very different to how we train as well. So I think if you didn't have the language, you'd probably find it very difficult. So the fact that I spoke Russian, there was other foreign guys who would have come and played and who just couldn't hack it because of the language barrier. So that was on the one side, and then actually being able to pick up the jargon that the guys use on the field and then use that when you're coaching them, and coaching kids, etc. So it meant I could do everything. I could coach, I could play, I could referee. I think it's just been a fantastic opportunity for me. I think when people think of the Russian language or of Russia, they think of Moscow and they think of Red Square. They have all of these things in their head, and I've actually done very little in that part of Russia. So I went probably mainly to Kazakhstan, Central Asia, which would be something that you just wouldn't think of, and actually there'd be a lot of parallels with Kazakhstan and Ireland in terms of how the people, politically, historically, all those kind of things. So it's just been a fantastic opportunity and an amazing part of the world. If you get an opportunity, you should try it. I think one of the big things to remember as well, a lot of people have a misconception that it's a difficult language, and it is a difficult language in its own way, but to actually communicate with people in practice is really easy. People, if you speak a little bit of Russian, even people will respond and they'll respect it as well. It's a great opportunity. It's somewhere new and exciting. It's not only Russia, you have to keep in your mind that's 15 countries, so definitely, if you get a chance, go for it.